All right, here we are. It's Friday. I'm Goodman, so that must make this Fridays with Goodman. I'm here with my partner in crime, Martin Casado, and we're going to do a rapid fire 5 questions, trending topics, and another point of view. Let's have at it, Martin.
All right, how's it going? Martin Casado here. You don't see me on the screen, but you'll see me on our regular website at goodmanfactor.com. I'll upload these after we finish, but these are just to go live so you can see Larry in action. Larry's always giving me some insights and trying to squaring my head together with what's going on in this interesting times that we're in. So I just, he gives me these questions and he answers them. So I think it's a cool little, 5 questions. We just ask what's trending at the moment, and we'll go forward from there. So we'll begin. Are you ready, Mr. Dr. Goodman?
I am ready. Let's do this.
All right. So the first question I have, we're in impeachment, not only a second impeachment, but an impeachment that involves a president that's not even sitting anymore. And we're having trials, and that's like the new distraction. The new thing that's happening at the moment. Has this ever happened before? Or have you seen these kind of things in history?
The answer is it's never happened before, except it all very much reminds me of Houdini, the famous magician. And magicians do everything that they do based on a principle called misdirection, meaning while everything is all set up for the trick that they're attempting to show you, with all eyes being drawn to the elephant that's going to disappear, there's something else altogether different going on. And the better they are at drawing your attention to what they want you to see, the less you're paying attention to what's really going on. And that's what's going on right here, right now. It is misdirection of the highest order.
Have you seen anything in an impeachment? I know other president, apparently, like even Clinton had been impeached while he was president, but this part he's never been.
They're redefining impeachment as they go along. They're making it up as they go along. And the question that you're being asked to answer is, whose delusion are you going to buy into? The Democrat delusion, the Republican delusion, or your own delusion? And in the meanwhile, all that's going on, the question that begs to be asked is, what's really going on? Like my favorite scene from The Wizard of Oz, I'm reminded when the dog pulls down on the rope and the curtain is drawn, what the wizard says is, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right.
And so my take on the whole thing is, don't pay any attention to this thing, because there's something else entirely different going on.
Wow. Well, that brings me, this is actually question number 3, but we'll go into that one. What are you thinking now in what you just said now? We're coming into a cancel culture. We're just getting censored left and right. Most of the time when you cancel stuff, you're either just misinformation or you're hiding something. What are your thoughts on this whole cancel culture across social media, mainstream media, and beyond?
This is the country that's supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. And there are constitutional amendments to protect your freedom of speech. That's the amendment that's being canceled. And who it's being canceled by is, I don't even know who's canceling it, but the only reason they're canceling it is so that you don't know how you're being played. Right. And believe me, rest assured of this, we're all being played at a level never before seen in my lifetime, and I'm not a kid.
Right. Now, on a third question, it's kind of interrelated, is what I read recently, that technology and social media companies now want to censor even our private messages upon the platforms that they are in. That is just, wow. I mean, we knew they were kind of, it's again, even with the first question with cancel culture and the first question and this one, we all kind of know what not to say, what to say, because we're going to ruffle feathers, right? So now we're going after private messages. So this just means data and the AI is picking up keywords that just want to cancel that out too, right? What are your thoughts on that?
So you say, I don't know, because
How would they go after your private? Meaning now they're going after private men.
The question that I think you're really asking is, what's private anymore?
Right.
And the answer evidently has become nothing.
Everything's transparent.
Everything is transparent, and everything you can be held accountable for. And the question I leave people to think about is, if you were going to be held accountable for everything you ever did or didn't do, said or didn't say, to every person, real or imagined, past or present in your life, it's going to be a very sorry day. Because what we're all going to be bound to do then is to sit down and, pardon my French, but shut up, because there's nothing else left. Because I don't know about anybody else, but I've done a couple of things in my life that definitely were not the best, but they were the best I could do at the time. And if anyone's going to bring them all, it's funny. The last political campaign, my mother, God bless her, asked me why I didn't run for president. She was kidding, but my response was, Mom, you know, with this that I did, and this that I did, and this that I did, that for sure they're going to come out. There's not a way in the world I could even get the nomination. And that, unfortunately, is the bottom line to all of this, is the ones who determine where the attention gets focused are the ones who are going to determine who the candidate's going to be. And that's really sad.
Right. Yeah, I know. I mean, that was 90s and 80s. You just hear all the time. Imagine the pictures they would have taken back then. Imagine these kind of things. So, yeah, I don't want to imagine right now, especially they have to bring it back to light and judge me for a totally different person than I am now.
Yes.
Anyway, going on to question number 4, we're at. Now, we just saw trending now that the President Biden wants to restrict access to American citizens to Florida, leaving things, and then leaving the border open. So what are your thoughts on that?
I'm sorry, I couldn't help but laugh. That should tell you what my reaction is. That the proposal is to limit the rights of American citizens to come and go as they please in the United States, while having unrestricted opportunity, if you want to call it that, to the undocumented / illegals to come across the border. Somehow it got to the moment where the non-citizen has more rights and protections by some people in the government than the citizens do. And all I can say is that's just wrong.
Wrong in which way?
Wrong in every way.
Right.
No, wrong. No,
right.
Seriously. In I believe either Animal Farm or 1984, I don't remember, and it doesn't matter because it's a similar theme. Everything's been flipped upside down. Right is wrong, wrong is right, good is bad, up is down, and the whole purpose is to confuse the crap out of all of us. And it seems to be working.
Yeah, it really does seem to be working. Jesus. So the last question too, and it's just, it's kind of more of like a ending on a good note, on a viral thing. I don't know if you've seen that thing, I think Zoom has become such a phenomenon. It's funny because you and I have been on Zoom actually before everybody went on. I mean, a bunch of people were on it, but this was kind of our way of doing when I moved to. But I don't know if you saw recently, the judge was talking to someone and the older person had a cat.
Oh, the cat face?
He had a cat face, and he was trying to tell the judge, Your Honor, I'm not a cat. And he's like, yes, I know it's a filter, but did you see that thing?
I saw that.
That is pretty funny. What are your thoughts on this going forward, on people learning technology, knowing Zoom, and you're having your kids put filters on her.
Well, you know, there's a song, kids will be kids.
Right.
And that's the bottom line, is just as soon as you build a system, just as soon as you build in controls into the system, some entrepreneur, some creative individual is going to come along and hack their way in and flip the system.
True.
Get used to it. Give it up.
Well, that brought me to, and that's just within the final question in the 5. You know, the Zoom meetings are coming in. What do you think about, you know, if we do start opening up again in this? A lot of people work from home. A lot of people are starting to realize that they don't have to travel far, you know, and do expenses and get hotels when this medium is working. What do you think the end result of that with the Zoom?
As my dear friend and mentor, John DeMartini, so elegantly puts it in the universal law, maximum evolution occurs at the borders of chaos and order. And we are at one of those points right now. Everything is changing. And if there's anything that you don't think is changing, believe me, it's because you're not paying attention. It's changing. And you have a choice to make. Acceptance is the answer to all your problems. Because if you think you're going to resist this change, you will expend more energy, both physical, mental, spiritual, and financial, to resist the change than if you just try to learn what the lesson is that the change is designed and coming up to teach you about yourself and the universe. So rather than trying to resist it, I invite you to embrace it and pay attention and learn the lesson and love it. Perfect.
I think that's good. 5 questions. If you have any other questions, put them down and we can answer them the next time we do this. Probably, I'm thinking we're doing this once a week, but you know, if they start liking this, we'll start doing more. You know, we have to see the public. But thank you.
Reach out to us and me and Martin at goodmanfactor.com. You can reach me at drlarrygoodman.com, and we're here to serve. And above all else, have fun. Because as I've come to learn and respect, and it's part of my message, if you're not having fun and it doesn't feel good, whatever it is, you're probably doing it wrong. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day. All right, guys. Goodmanfactor.com. Sorry about that. The book is Fridays with Goodman. At Amazon, you can get the book. So goodmanfactor.com. You can reach out to us. Take care, guys. Have a good day. See you later, Goodman.
Yep.